Hello dear students, in today's lecture we are going to discuss about the concept of space vector and space vector modulation. As you all know, the purpose of any PWM technique is to control the fundamental output voltage and reduce the harmonics and its effects. You are familiar with the sine triangle PWM technique where you have three modulating signals for each phase which are phase shifted by 120 degree, and these modulating signals are compared with triangular waves which are the carrier signals to produce the PWM signals which are given as input to the inverter to switch the inverter and to generate the required fundamental voltage at the output of the inverter. Now we are going to get familiarized with a new PWM technique which is space vector based, and this will require the understanding of the concept of space vector and space vector transformation. The fundamental difference between these sine triangle PWM technique and the space vector based PWM technique is that here we have three separate modulating signals for the three phases, but in space vector we are transforming these three-phase signals into a two-phase domain, and the reference is represented as a rotating vector in the two-phase domain. We are calling this two-phase axis as alpha and beta axis, and we are transforming the three-phase sinusoidal signals into two-phase and representing it by a rotating space vector. And then we use some algorithm to implement the PWM scheme onto the inverter, and the inverter will switch according to the PWM signals which are given to the switches based on this space vector algorithm. So we'll see the algorithm implementation in the next lecture. In this particular lecture we are going to concentrate on the concept of space vector and space vector transformation. So what is the concept of a space vector? A three-phase system can be uniquely represented by a rotating vector. As I said, from three-phase, when we convert it into two-phase domain, it can be represented by a rotating vector. You know the concept of phasor concept. In phasor concept, you represent R, Y, B as the three sinusoidal signals which are phase shifted by 120 degree are represented in the phasor concept as three separate phases, isn't it? But what is done here is, in space phasor concept we are transforming these phases to two-phase domain, and all together the three phases together are represented using a single vector. We can see that the revolving magnetic field, which you know, and when you learn the concept of induction machines and synchronous machines, you have come across this revolving magnetic field concept. It is an example of space vector. There you know that a three-phase winding, each winding which is displaced in space by 120 degree, when you apply a balanced three-phase voltage to this three-phase winding and a current is passed through them, they produce a revolving MMF in the air gap or space. So this revolving MMF represents the space phasor concept. How is this revolving MMF produced? By the interaction of the MMFs produced by all the three windings which are displaced in space by 120 degree. This concept is extended to voltages and currents to transform from three-phase to two-phase. So before going into the revolving magnetic field, let's first see how a pulsating magnetic field is produced in a single phase induction machine. Here you can see the stator and rotor, and air gap is the shaded portion here. So if you have a single phase winding here, just A phase here, this represents the axis of the A phase winding or the flux direction when current is passed in this format. You can see a dot here and a cross here. If you apply the right hand thumb rule, you can see that the flux will be in this direction. isn't it? Now, when current varies with time, the magnitude of flux also will vary. So if AC is passed through the winding, A phase winding, which is shown here, the MMF will be NIA cos theta. This one indicates that we are forgetting about all the harmonics here, and we are concentrating on the fundamental component of the MMF. So FA1 will be given by N into IA cos theta. What is N? N is the number of turns of the coil, and theta is the space angle. So we are going to follow a convention that this direction we are taking theta equal to 0 degree. Now, in the space where if you consider theta, in this direction, if you see, theta is varying from 0 to 360 degree. That is what is represented here. FA1 is equal to NIA cos theta. We know that the flux distribution in space is sinusoidal if you have a design like this. Now we got an expression for the fundamental component of MMF. Now what is IA? IA is a sinusoidal signal. We are representing it in cosine format, Im cos omega Et. Omega E is 2 pi into fundamental frequency of the supply. Now what is FA1? You substitute for IA here, you get it as Nim cos omega Et into cos theta. When you apply 2 cos A cos B here, you get Nim by 2 cos theta minus omega Et plus cos theta plus omega Et. And if you call this Nin as F max, the maximum value of MMF, you get an expression for FA1 showing the time and space variation. FA1 is equal to F max by 2, FA plus FA minus. That is, we have two MMFs, one rotating in the anti-clockwise direction and the other rotating in the clockwise direction. That is why you are familiar with double field revolving theory in single phase induction machine. It cannot produce a starting torque, or you cannot start the single phase induction machine automatically using a single phase supply, because there are two revolving MMFs equal in magnitude, one in the clockwise direction and another in the anti-clockwise direction, and therefore effective torque produced will be 0 at the time of starting. Now, extending this pulsating magnetic field concept, you can see what happens in a three-phase induction machine, where we are going to see how a revolving magnetic field is produced. Here you can see three-phase windings. A phase, B phase and C phase windings are placed at 120 degree with respect to each other. That is, there is a space angle difference of 120 degree, and we are going to analyze a simple two-pole machine here. At space angle theta, see, as I said before, we are going to follow the convention that theta equal to 0 along this direction. So along with the A phase, we have added B phase and C phase. Now if B dash is here, the direction of MMF produced by the positive MMF is FB in this direction, and for the C phase winding, FC is in this direction. Please note that there is an angle difference of 120 degree between the axes of the MMFs. Now instantaneous MMF is given by these equations. FA is equal to NIA cos theta, FB is equal to NIB cos theta minus 2 pi by 3. This angle is 2 pi by 3. And FC will be NIC cos theta minus 240 degree or theta plus 120 degree with respect to this FA. So MMF waves are phase shifted in space by 120 degree. You can see here. Now, the current through each phase is given by IA is Im cos omega Et. Through the B phase, it will be lagging behind A phase by another 120 degree, and through the C phase, it will be lagging by 240 degree or plus 2 pi by 3. Now this is the waveform for current, and since this is cosine, we have to take the time 0 time instant here when IA is at its peak, isn't it? So t is equal to 0. At this instant, you can see that IA is equal to Im and IB and IC are equal to minus Im by 2 each. Okay. Now at the instant t equal to 0, as I said, Ia is Im, Ib equal to Ic is equal to minus Im by 2. Now what about the direction of flux that is produced by each winding? So n is the number of turns in each phase. This is the same for all the three phases. So here you see Nim is the flux or MMF that is produced by the A phase winding along the theta equal to 0 direction. Isn't it? At time t equal to 0, the current through A phase winding is Im. So Nim is the MMF that is produced. What about the MMF produced by the B phase and C phase? This is the positive direction of B phase flux or B phase MMF. But you have a minus Im by 2 current which is flowing through B phase. As such, at this instant t equal to 0, Nim by 2 will be in this direction. That is, if minus Im by 2 is the MMF in this direction, plus Nim by 2 is in this direction. Similarly, for the B phase, Nim by 2 will be in this direction. Isn't it? Now, if you take the resultant of this Nim by 2, what is this component? Not resultant, a component. This will be Nim by 2 cos 60, and this will also give you Nim by 2 cos 60 along this theta equal to 0 direction. Okay, so this is the expression for Fa, Fb and Fc at t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, Ia is Im. Here Ib is minus Im by 2 and Ic is minus Im by 2. So what is the resultant MMF because of the interaction of these three MMFs? Fr of theta is Fa theta plus Fb theta plus Fc theta. As I said before, the MMF is sinusoidally distributed in space and varying with respect to time. So we have considered this instant alone now at t equal to 0. So at t equal to 0 and along theta equal to 0, what will you get? Nim. We saw this direction is theta equal to 0. So here you get Nim plus Nim by 4, the component of Nim by 2 along this direction, this component. This is Nim by 4 by Nim by 2 cos 60. Sorry. And this is 3 by 2 Nim. So at this t equal to 0, at theta along theta equal to 0, you get a magnetomotive force Fr of theta at theta equal to 0 is 3 by 2 Nim. Similarly, if you analyze for other instance as you have done in your machines theory, you will get a rotating magnetic field in the anti-clockwise direction. That is, for different time instants, as you vary this time instant, you will get a rotating magnetic field of magnitude 3 by 2 Nim, which is rotating in space. So along the theta equal to 0 direction at this instant, we have a MMF here, an MMF here, and this MMF is distributed sinusoidally in space. This is shown here, the MMF distribution in space at t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, Fa of theta is Nim cos theta, Fb of theta is minus Nim by 2 cos theta minus 2 pi by 3, and Fc of theta is minus Nim by 2 cos theta plus 2 pi by 3. Now you see, this is theta equal to 0 point between C and B dash. Isn't it? What we have done here, we have simply laid this three phase into a straight sheet. അതായത് ഇതിനെ ഈ ഒരു ത്രീ ഫേസ് വൈൻഡിങ്സ് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നതിനെ we are അത് തുറന്ന് വെക്കുകയാണ്. That is what we have done here. Linearly we are placing this three phase arrangement and we are observing the distribution of the MMF in space. So A dash, C and B dash, between this we have the theta equal to 0 axis. You can see that here also. Between B dash and C we have theta equal to 0 position. Isn't it? And you see this is 3 by 2 Ni, this is NIM, this is the A phase MMF wave. The B phase MMF wave is taking at this instant t equal to 0, it is minus NIM by 2 cos theta minus 2 pi by 3, or you have NIM by 4 here, the magnitude here. And B phase MMF also, it has a magnitude of NIM by 4 along theta equal to 0, and this is how it varies. And the resultant, you can see at this instant it has a maximum here and a negative peak here along this direction. What is this? This theta, this is theta equal to 180 degree, or this direction, theta equal to 180 degree is this direction. Okay, so this distribution is shown here. You can see this figure in if you refer Bimel-K-Bose, and I have just explained this sinusoidal distribution of MMF in space. So this is the positive B axis, this is the positive C axis. Okay, after 120 degree, if this is theta equal to 0, this is theta equal to 120, then this is theta equal to 240, and so on. And this is how it is distributed at this particular instant in space. Okay, that's all about the physical evaluation, how the MMF is distributed in space, and at a particular instant t equal to 0, we have just observed how the distribution is. Now, coming to the mathematics, we can see that there is both time variation and space variation of the MMF. Okay, so Fr of theta is a resultant of Fa theta plus Fb theta plus Fc theta. If you substitute the expressions, you get Nia cos theta plus Nib cos theta minus 2 pi by 3 plus Nic cos theta plus 2 pi by 3. Now, what we are doing is, we are going to substitute for Ia, Ib and Ic in terms of time variation. So Im cos omega et, Im cos omega et minus 2 pi by 3 is substituted here, and we get an expression for Fr of theta t, including the time variation of the current. Okay, now simplifying this expression, here also we apply 2 cos A cos B equation and formula, and we get an expression for Fr of theta t in this format, that is 3 by 2 Nim cos omega et minus theta. Okay, this will sum up to 3 cos omega et minus theta, and the sum of these three terms will be 0, because the phase difference between these three terms is 120 degree. Or you get a sinusoidally distributed MMF wave of peak value 3 by 2 Nim. We saw this when we analyzed it graphically. So the same magnitude 3 by 2 Nim, and it is rotating in the air gap at synchronous speed omega et. So you can see a 3-phase MMF wave. So 3-phase MMF is converted into a space phasor with a magnitude of 3 by 2 times Fmax, and it is rotating at synchronous speed omega e. This is space vector transformation. So the MMF is represented, the 3-phase MMF produced by the 3-phase balanced windings is represented by a single phasor or vector of magnitude 3 by 2 Nim, which is rotating at the angular frequency or angular speed, which is given by the supply frequency, or the this is the frequency of the supply omega e, and this time variation is caused by this time varying current which is supplied to the machine. Now you can see here I am representing this 3-phase windings like this. Now this is the A phase winding, so this is the direction of MMF that is produced by the A phase winding. This is the B phase winding, this is the direction of MMF produced by the B phase, and similarly this is the MMF produced by the C phase. So what I am going to do here is, the MMF Fr which is produced by this 3-phase system, which is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, can be produced by a 2-phase system if you have 2 windings which are placed orthogonally. or the angle between these two windings is 90 degree, and we should know what is the current that is to be flown through these two windings to produce the same MMF as the three-phase windings. So what is done here is we are considering a two-phase system with the same number of turns of windings, but we should find out what is the current through these windings. So we are calling these two as alpha and beta windings, alpha in the horizontal direction and beta in the vertical direction, and we are going to find the relation between the current I alpha which is flowing through this winding and I beta which is flowing through this winding in terms of IA, IB and IC. So what is done here is we are finding the component of these three MMFs along the alpha direction and beta direction. So here you see Ni alpha is the MMF that is produced by this equivalent two-phase winding along the alpha direction, and Ni beta is the MMF that is produced by this two-phase system along the beta direction. So Ni alpha will be the component of Nia along this direction is Nia. For IB, it will be 120 degree here between the horizontal direction and IB. So NIB cos 120 degree is the component along the horizontal direction, and NIC cos 240 degree is the component of this along the horizontal direction. Similarly, if you take Ni beta, NIB, this is a beta direction, this angle is 30 degree. So here you see NIB cos 30 is a component of this along the beta direction. What is the component of NIA? It is already along the horizontal direction, so its component along beta direction is 0, and NIC, this angle will be 30 plus 120, that is 150 degree. So NI beta will be equal to NIB cos 30 plus NIC cos 150 degree. So cancelling this number of turns, because we have taken the number of turns to be equal when you transform from three-phase to two-phase. So I alpha will be IA plus IB cos 120 plus IC cos 240, and I alpha we get an expression like this as 3 by 2 IA. Why? Because IA plus IB plus IC equal to 0 for a three-phase balanced system. Now I beta will be root 3 by 2 into IB minus IC from this expression. Root 3 by 2 IB minus IC. That is, MMF produced by the three-phase winding is equivalent to a two-phase system if a two-phase system with the same number of turns in the windings. I alpha equal to 3 by 2 IA and I beta is equal to root 3 by 2 IB minus IC. Or in matrix form, you can write this as I alpha I beta is equal to 3 by 2 0 0 IA IB IC 0 root 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2 IA IB IC. So this concept can be extended to three-phase balanced voltages as well. That is a mathematical operation we are going to do to convert the three-phase voltage signals into two-phase domain. In two-phase domain, we have two axes that is one in the alpha direction and the other in the beta direction. So here for a three-phase balanced star-connected load, we can say that VAN plus VBN plus VCN equal to 0. N is a neutral. In two-phase representation, it will be V alpha is equal to 3 by 2 VAN and V beta equal to root 3 by 2 VBN minus VCN. Okay, so the space vector concept is transforming the three-phase voltages VA, VAN, VBN and VCN into the alpha beta domain or two-phase domain, and we have V alpha and V beta here. So the resultant of these two will give the rotating space phasor in the two-phase domain, which is V. What is the magnitude of V? This V is the rotating space phasor, and the magnitude will be root over V alpha square plus V beta square. So this transformation matrix which we have similar to this current matrix will transform the three-phase balanced voltage into two-phase domain, and we can represent it by a simple rotating vector in two-phase domain. And at any instant we can say that this is making an angle alpha with respect to the horizontal axis. What is alpha? Tan inverse of V beta by V alpha. Okay. So this is the three-phase signal. Okay. So this three-phase signal, that is we have VA, VB and VC. We are transforming it into this three-phase signal into a symbol vector in two-phase domain by using this transformation. So in this lecture we have discussed about the concept of space phasor. We have seen the revolving MMF is an example for space phasor. This revolving MMF is synthesized from three-phase MMFs which are produced by three-phased windings which are placed 120 degree apart in a machine, and when three-phase balance supply is given to these windings. So in a similar fashion we are extending the concept to voltages and currents. We have derived it for the current, we are extending it into the voltage to convert three-phase voltage and represent it as a single vector which is rotating in two-phase domain at an angular velocity which is equivalent to the angular frequency of the supply, the three-phase supply frequency. We'll discuss about the implementation of space vector pulse width modulation in three-phase voltage source inverter in the next lecture. Thank you.